Let's cast this baby. Guys, I can make post notes. Oh my God, I can make host notes. Do you guys see that there's host notes? We have host notes, guys. Hi, oh, I just beat my horn because Cherie is here. Wow, right? Hold on, I'm gonna write wow. Okay, these are not the most appropriate host notes, but they are there. All right. It's another weekend. It's another Vintage Jewelry Addicts weekend. Please let me know if you can see me and hear me because it's now showing 2 bars for me. So I don't know why this complex. Wait, I can hear myself. I don't know why this complex is the way it is. There we go. Turn off my volume. Looks like I'm okay on desktop. So welcome in, everybody. We're going to review who is selling this weekend. We're going to review the new seller train coming up next week. Yeah, baby. We have some new subscribers to welcome. And if you guys are in DC this weekend, I want to make sure you know that I am popping up in DC. So I'm also going to announce that. So good morning. Good morning. Join live. Weekend live sales announcements plus. Love now that we have these host notes. Hi, Sarah. Sarah, I finally opened up your package and I think you gave me a free ornament. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Hi, Jay. All right, we're going to keep sharing this out. Guys, I probably have like watery eyes because it is cold as brick. And when it's cold, I don't know about you guys, but I have runny eyes and a runny nose. And that is just the unfortunate reality of cold weather. Okay, so we're also going to make sure that we have the updated flyer, which I gotta find. We might, yeah, here it is. We might be able to slide someone into tonight. Cherie, I don't know if you're available. You're not on the calendar, but we have a 7:30 EST open tonight. We still have a 7:30 open, and if we fill that, we are literally sold out because we have 4:30 starting times, which is awesome. Awesome, awesome. Oh, you are 4:30 tomorrow. Yeah, you are on this. I'm sorry. I can't read. Yep, you're 4:30 tomorrow, but you could do 7:30 tonight if you want. If you want to double up. Sarah, because you'll do 4:30 Sunday. Sarah, if you want to do 7:30 tonight, I can slide you in. You're the first to claim. Oh, you're doing a 2:30 this. Oh, okay. You're doing a 2:30 this afternoon. Yeah. Hi, Jay. Okay, Sarah. Sarah's got it. Sarah, you got it. You got it. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Emojis. It is too warm in here. So how is everyone doing? What's going on? What is going on? What are your Friday plans? We're going to wait until we hit about 10 people before we start doing announcements. I don't think anyone here is in DC, not to my knowledge, or not in we have Jody of the Vintage Vault. She's near me here in Maryland, but I don't think anyone's in South Maryland or Virginia. We are spread out all across the nation, which is pretty cool. But I'm doing a Washington, DC market on Sunday. So I'm actually driving there today at 1:30. I will hit traffic. Sorry, I just got a text message. And then I will come back and load my car for a market tomorrow in Baltimore. And then we'll drive back to DC on Sunday to actually run the market. So I get to set up today. Anyway, crazy. All right, Sarah, if anyone is near Mountain Grove, Missouri, go visit Sarah. Sarah, what are you offering at the market? You have such amazing pieces, so I bet it's going to be great. And are you just doing tables? Cherie has announced she's doing a clearance and then a bunch of new stuff for tomorrow. Got it. So clearance today at 2:30 and then tomorrow new stuff. Yes, you make them on site. Okay, so you're actually at the market creating the ornaments so people can see your process. That is really cool. You could do that as like a live show and tell here in Vintage Story Addicts. You could just go live and you could just show your process. I would love that. Sometimes I watch Instagram and like TikTok reels of just like random stuff being made. I don't know why it pulls me in. I mean, a lot of us are being pulled into a lot of content on social media, but like at least it's just showing the process of creating something. Yeah, we really encourage, or I've been trying to encourage, my favorite phrase is I'm a broken record. I repeat myself often on these founder strats, but I want you guys to do live thrifting, live shopping. You can sell, you can be at another store selling from the store. Like, hey, do you guys like this? Like it's $12 here. I'll sell it to you for 20, like whatever. To make it really experiential. So it's not just like, here I am sitting in front of the camera or with my hands. Like I'm actually out, I'm living, or I'm showing you like something about me. So January 6th, Jenya of Phoenix Treasures, we're doing a tour of her 3,000 square foot storage facility. They buy out storage units that have been abandoned. And she's going to talk about that, how she buys them out, how she knows like which storage units are good because they get very limited photos, but they do get some photos. It's going to be really interesting. So I told her, I said, you got to do a shop the shelves, like so that you can show this place off to more people. I mean, they actually added, or maybe it was there before, a second floor. So there's like a staircase, but it's like built. It's like, it's really cool. I can't wait for you guys to see it. Oh, the maze. Sounds like a reality TV show. I like it. All right. So we have 9 live viewers. I realize that people are busy Friday morning. So let's get started. I'll just make sure I'm live on Facebook really quick. Oh, shoot. I'm not even logged into Facebook. Never mind. I won't make sure I'm live on Facebook. I'm sure I am. Okay, guys. So dun, 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 dun. We are officially sold out for the weekend because Sarah just grabbed the last spot. Oh, it's a local flea market called The Maze. That's a great name. And that's another great thing about going live from these markets and stores is it's giving those places publicity, and people do remember, I think a lot of us are always looking for privately owned places to shop. Yeah, so it's a true service. Sarah, I look forward to it. Totally support it. All right, so let's go over the schedule. We do have some afternoon lives, and Cherie is one of them. Let me see if I can bring that up as well, just to see who is scheduled their live sales for the afternoon. We can start with who's selling this afternoon. So let's see. I got to look at our live streams. Okay, Cherie's our only seller today. As a subscriber, that is such a cute photo with the cat with the crown. So she has a Cherie of French Rose Vintage will start us off 2:30 with a clearance sale. And Cherie, if you are selling for 2 hours, you might as well raid Maria when she goes live for the evening live sales. So Maria will be live at 4:30 EST, and she will sell until 6 p.m. And that's Maria of Maria Luna Magica. And then we have on the calendar, she hasn't scheduled the live yet, but we have Jenya of Phoenix Treasures. I was just talking about Jenya. And so she'll be live 6 to 7:30. She's going to raid Sarah. Sarah's going to be back. Sarah of Who Knew Mercantile. She'll be live at 7:30. And Sarah, I will actually input you into the Calendly so you're secure. And then Sarah will raid Debbie of Gypsy Warrior at 9 p.m. Debbie loves her late night slots, and she sells late into the night. Pardon the truck behind me. I'm in my facility, and there's a bunch of big trucks today. A bunch of big trucks. Okay. I'm just seeing where that one is going. Oh gosh, she's making a loop. Okay. I'm safe. Okay, so tomorrow is December 7th, and we may have a few people scheduled to sell during the day. Let's see if anyone has scheduled. Yep, Amy of South Jersey Mama, she will be live tomorrow at 2:30. That is fantastic. So she's going to host a Saturday afternoon live, and I will let her know that she might as well raid our 4:30 live, which is Cherie at Frontiers Vintage. So Cherie, hopefully you get a nice little raid at 4:30. Cherie will raid Jody of the Vintage Vault at 6 p.m. I want to give Jody a shout out. She's made a number of sales this week from her marketplace. And some of those sales have been really, really beautiful pieces. So Jody was actually a brick and mortar store owner. And so she has tons and tons and tons and tons of goodies. We have a lot of former brick and mortar store owners here on Vintage Jewelry Addicts. And I always remind them to give themselves credit because they most likely have a lot of good stuff from their back inventory. Okay, finally, moving on. 7:30, Jay of the Jade Peacock. She's here in the chat. She'll be live at 7:30, and she's going to raid Debbie of Arctic Angels Treasures at 9. I'm sorry, Debbie. Diana. Sorry, it's the D's. Diana of Arctic Angels Treasures at 9 p.m. And then Sunday, December 8th, we've got Sarah back in action, 4:30, Who Knew Mercantile. Melody of Melody Jones at 6 p.m. Nancy of Nancy's Vintage Treasures at 7:30, and Kristen of Keenly Kristen at 9. That's a very similar schedule to last week. Melody, Nancy, and Kristen, I think they all had the same slots last week because I've noticed that our subscribers like to keep things the same. They like to stick to that slot, which is nice because they can promote it to their audience. In 2025, we're more than likely going to open up a 10:30 start time. So what that looks like is we have 4:30, 6, 7:30, 9 to 10:30, and then a 10:30 start time. We're, hopefully going to be growing a lot more in 2025. So we just want to set the stage to have more slots available. And if things get really crazy, we will probably just do our slots for subscribers and have more slots open, but we haven't crossed that bridge yet. So but for the late night sales, that could be really advantageous, especially for people that are West Coast and especially for those of us that have families. And so we like to do the live sales once, families in bed and blah, 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 blah. I know we're all at different life stages. We all have different priorities. So hopefully that will help people to have more flexibility to be selling with us for our evening weekend subscriber live sale slots. Okay, guys. I just posted it in the Vintage Jewelry Addicts live sale announcements. Sarah is on the schedule as well for tonight, so I will update that. And if you're on our newsletter, you will get a newsletter blast around probably like 2:30 today, letting you know that we have our schedule up and ready for the weekend. And let's see what else. Now that we have 11 people, do you guys see the host notes? So it should be like to the left of my head. And I think that you can click it and it opens. So let's see our sellers. Hopefully you all have this. If you don't have it, update your app. And if you still don't have it, send me a message because I can reach out to district support for you. But this is a great way for you to let people know your shipping, okay? What you're offering, how you want to run your live sale. So like if you're doing 2 for $8, right? Buyer's choice. Or if you're just doing buyer's choice, where a lot of people, they just put stuff like, on the table, right? And people just say what they want. Or if it's sort of like I'm going to show everything that I have, but make me a request. A lot of our buyers, hey, we're all busy. They're popping in for 10 minutes. They know, like, and trust you. And they might be like, hey, do you have lockets? Hey, do you have sterling silver? Hey, do you have AB? Hey, do you have whatever? And I think that putting in your notes that that's okay is going to help you increase your sales. You can also put in your notes what else is in your marketplace. You can also put in your notes that if someone is overcharged for shipping, that you will refund them, especially for your new customers. So the people that pop in and they're like, what the heck is this thing? Who are you? Should I trust this? If you just let all your new customers who pop in, because you can see who's popping in, right? If you just say to them, hey, check my show notes, click this, it's going to explain to you how this whole thing is working. Hopefully it answers any of your questions. Those of us that shop on Whatnot, I have seen Whatnot sellers with show notes this long because they're so popular and they're doing so many things, and they just want to make sure that everyone's expectations are managed. So don't be afraid to use the show notes to lay down the law or to let people know what they can do, you know, whether it's, you know, they can choose from the table or they can make requests. Heck, sometimes on Whatnot, I do buy it nows because I sell clothing. And then I say, you know, okay, if this buy it now is too much, make me an offer, right? So you guys can do the same thing in your show notes, because all your buy it nows, you can have that offer turned on, and you just, you know, remind the person on the live sale that they can make an offer, which is really engaging and really fun and a great way to connect with your audience. You could also put your social media so that they can follow you elsewhere. If you sell on other platforms, I really embrace anyone who's cross-selling. Sorry, guys, I need some water, because by cross-selling, you create a customer base and they're going to follow you to other marketplaces. So I love it. I love seeing our sellers do 3 live sales a day, because they can do that with multiple marketplaces here in District. So feel free to let people know where else you're selling, or to follow you, to follow your profile, whatever. Just don't put your phone number and your full address and social security number, and I think we'll be okay with the show notes. I'm so excited. All right. I don't see any questions about the show notes, but does everyone see them, or is there anyone here that does not have the show notes? If you don't, you're either probably on desktop. Let's see if it's on desktop. Hold on. Yeah, it's not on desktop. That stinks. I don't think it is. Yeah, I don't see it. Oh, wait, I found it. It's the upper, I'm going to show you guys. It's the upper right corner on desktop. You guys see it right there? So that's me right now showing you guys. So that's awesome. Oh, I'm so excited. I had a meeting with district personnel yesterday, and I always say coming soon. I can't promise anything. They're the ones in charge, but coming soon are tags on lives. So what that means is that you guys get yourself a moderator. Okay. We can help you make anyone a moderator for your live sale. I don't think you have the power. I'd have to double check, but I definitely have the power. And they don't have to be a moderator to tag, but it's kind of nice to give them that title, and then they can tag your customers. So they can get a list from you, and on your live sale, they can tag your customers. This was a huge part of building Facebook live sales success. At one point, I thought it was very annoying, but people didn't seem to mind it. They were getting tagged on live sales. They would jump in if they wanted. They would ignore it if they wanted. And so that's really going to be, good morning, Elsie. It's really going to be sort of the process that we take moving forward. If someone says, oh, I don't want to be tagged, all right, you don't tag them. But it's kind of like, I'm going to do something until I'm told otherwise. But we think that tagging will be really supportive because we know that you guys are also creating your VIPs, and it will help to let the VIPs know that you are live, because not everyone can remember as much as we try to promote. So Elsie, a few things. Show notes are now a thing you may or may not see. And then I was just announcing that tagging on live sales is coming very soon. So a few other things I'm not ready to announce, but we do have some exciting changes coming to our subscriber tiers. We're adding a 4th tier for the new year. I'm not announcing that yet. Heads up that anyone who is a subscriber, January 1st will be 0% commission for you guys from me. So I will be announcing that with the flyer, all the things. But if you're not a subscriber yet, I suggest jumping on. Let's give a shout out to our latest subscriber, okay? Our latest and greatest subscriber. She joined on December 4th. And that was Bead Goddess. Her name is Mary, Merri. And okay, so her bio is about knickknacks, but that's totally fine. She says, I love pretty rocks and glass. I've been a jewelry maker for 30 years. I retired 8 years ago when we had 2 kids in college and my eyes and hands started giving me trouble. A few months back, I found the Crazy Lamp Lady videos. Jocelyn made me remember how much I love beautiful glass. Then I found knickknacks. So that is so awesome. So Mary comes to us from Knickknacks. Mary, you are so welcome here. We hope that you are also a jewelry addict as well as a glass addict. Yay, Elsie sees it. Awesome. And so again, guys, all you have to do, you go to desktop, vintagejewelryaddicts.com, and it will have subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. If you want to upgrade, you can at any time. And then when we announce this bonus tier, some of you might want to upgrade. You can upgrade, you can downgrade, you can cancel. It's all good. It's all good in the hood, whatever works for you guys. But again, January 1st will be 0% commission for our subscribers to Vintage Jewelry Addicts. There'll still be a commission to District itself and the processing fee per usual. A few other things for those of us that might be here. There are now countdown noises, okay? So for me, I turned off the sound effects as the seller. So if you are a seller that wants to turn that off, you just click the 3 dots that are right above the comment box. If you are a buyer, it looks like 3 dots. I'm unsure where the 3 dots are as a buyer, but there's somewhere as a buyer where you can turn them off as well. I'm blanking at the moment. I would have to be on someone's live to see. It might also be 3 dots. I'm unsure. But you guys can always turn those off and on. I think that as a seller, if you turn them off, it defaults to being off for the rest of your live sales. So you might just want to remember to turn them back on if you want. And then I'm trying to think, here's the next thing. If you guys are creating a private, if you want to create a private listing for a buyer, awesome. Thank you, Maria. If you want to create a private listing and I don't know, maybe you just don't want to announce the price, something, maybe it's like just for you, it's our secret, something. If you hold down as the seller on your screen, so if I hold down on Maria, it says invite to co-host, send private listing. So I can make a listing right then and there that sends to her DMs and she can check out with that. I think that there's creative ways to use this. I haven't come up with them. I haven't sat down to think, but it could be like a trivia game or something. I don't know. Something where people get access to the private listings because they like guess the right thing. I don't know. But, you know, as long as you're not giving things away for free, you're totally fine. You can use this creatively. And then also, you know, a lot of us will have buyers that say like, oh, I'm looking for this, this, and this, and this. And you might be able to say, all right, well, I'll charge you $50 now, and then we'll work out the 5 items later. Right. So you just, sorry, I'm reading a text message from my other business. So it, you know, it could be something that, again, you're sort of like, okay, cool. Like I have you now. I know you can't stay on the live. Let me send you a private listing now for 5 items, and then we'll work out those 5 items over DM. And that might just be with someone that like knows, likes, and trusts you, maybe not a new customer. But it can definitely be used so that, you know, again, if someone's busy, they got to hop off the live, you can sort of like capture that sale, and then you can not close the sale, but you can formalize what they want later. It is awesome, Sarah. I love it. Okay. I think it's time for me to jump. I do have a lot to do. Anyone in DC, I will be selling in DC on Sunday in person. Tomorrow I'll be in Baltimore. For those of us that are doing markets in the cold, shout out to Sarah. Stay warm, get a hot drink, wear a hat, wear a scarf, wear layers. Don't play with the cold. It will catch up with you. As you guys can see, I am totally layered right now. Our first seller today will be Cherie at 2:30. So Cherie, I look forward to seeing you in a few hours. Thank you so much. Be safe, stay well, have a great clearance sale. Sarah, I will input you into the Calendly so that you see that come through, and I will update that flyer. All right, guys. I will see you again next week for another Founders Chats, more announcements. Thank you guys for being crazy, awesome, addicted, and buying and selling and collecting with Vintage Jewelry Addicts. All right, see you later.